Meet Africa's most fearless tribe. The Akan tribe is a very historically important tribe. They're also the largest ethnic group in West Africa. The Akan tribe contains approximately 20 million members. They are made up of many smaller ethnic groups such as the Asante, the Fante, Bono, Akwapem, Baule, Awin, Ahanta, and Ani, amongst many others. Some of these groups are a mixture of Akan and another ethnic group called Guan. There are many different accounts on where the Akan originated. Some say they originated in ancient Ghana, and some say they originated in North Africa near the Sahara Desert. Most stories of the Akan's cultural past is told through oral tradition and passed down generation to generation. There is, however, a very notable similarity between Akan and Kemet, which we will tap into later. The name Akan means foremost, genuine, or first. It is said to have been distorted by the Arabs from the word Akane and Akana. Akans have a very rich culture, and although there is only one language spoken, there is a large variety of dialects. The Akans say once you speak one, you understand them all. The language they speak is called Twi. Twi is spoken by 80% of the Ghanaian population as a first or second language. The Akan tribe consists of very influential people. They are pretty much everywhere. Due to the Atlantic slave trade, a well-known diaspora of the Akan people exists in the Bahamas, Jamaica, Barbados, British Virgin Islands, Netherlands, Antilles, and Guyana. This is evident in the language and the culture that has been passed. Jamaican patois is heavily influenced by the Twi language. For example, Dutty and patois is the same as Doti in Twi, and it means dirty. Duppy in patois is the same as Adopi in Twi, and it means dead person. Breda Anansi is a popular folktale in Jamaica about a mischievous spider. Anansi in Twi means spider. Nyam in patois means to eat. Nyam in Twi means the exact same thing. Uno in patois means more than one person. Uno in Twi means the same thing. We can go on and on, but you get the point. The Akan tribe and all of its ethnic groups are a force to be reckoned with. Slave owners were hesitant to enslave many of them because they were experienced warriors. They were experienced with military methods because of the wars that ensued with neighboring tribes. The Akan people were known as a proud and disciplined group. The British thought that this meant they would make good slaves. They thought that they would do their work to the best of their ability. They were sadly mistaken. The Akan, whenever captured and enslaved, often rebelled and escaped into the mountains, where they shared space with the Maroons. Many times, they were the cause of some of the biggest, most successful uprisings. The Akan and the Maroons developed their own way of life together by incorporating their various cultures. Tackyi's War was one of many Maroon-Akan wars fought against the British. It occurred from 1760 to 1761. This rebellion included many different Akan ethnic groups, such as the Akiem, Asante, and Fante tribes. It was led by Tackyi, who was inspired by a priest of African spirituality. Tackyi was from the Fante ethnic group. Tackyi was an enslaved prisoner of war that was shipped to Jamaica. This revolt took place 3 decades before the Haitian Revolution. They also helped to inspire the Haitian Revolution. Their goal was to take back the island from the British and create an independent black nation. They were inspired by the First Maroon War, which also took place in Jamaica from 1728 to 1740. The First Maroon War was led by Queen Nanny of the Maroons. Tackyi began the rebellion by killing several slave owners as well as their overseers. This took place at Frontier and Trinity Plantation. They made their way to a local store and killed the storekeeper. They captured 4 barrels of gunpowder and 40 firearms. By this time, more than 400 enslaved people had joined in. Unfortunately, one enslaved person slipped away and sounded the alarm. This caused Governor Henry Moore to dispatch 80 mounted militia from Spanish Town to St. Mary's, where the rebellion took place. A few freed Maroons that were paid police, unfortunately, joined in with the militia. On April 12, 1776, the militia attacked Tackyi and his people. Tackyi was wounded, and 2 days later he was shot and killed. This happened during the Battle of Rocky Valley. Of course, to instill fear, his head was severed and put on display in Spanish Town for everyone to see, and it stayed there until his followers removed it. Some of Tackyi's army escaped, and some ran into a cave which is now known as Tackyi Falls and committed mass suicide. Despite these fear tactics from the British, resistance continued until the abolishing of slavery in 1834. Akan peoples were once nomadic, like many other tribes. We can see their influence on a variety of cultures, from religion to kingship, from their style of writing all the way down to their style of fighting. Nubia was a crossroad between Kemet and other parts of Africa, and Kemet was a mixture of different ethnic groups, including Africans and Asians. The connection is not far-fetched. For example, in Kemet, when a queen took the throne, they dressed as men. The same is done in Akan culture. Their art is also very similar. Research shows that Akan people share the same mitochondria haplogroups as the people that originally inhabited Kemet. Akans also have very similar surnames to that of ancient Kemet. The Akan god is called Nyami, which is a form of Yame or Amen, which is an ancient Kemetic and Nubian expression of divinity. Many Akan elders that have never had textbooks tell of the story when their family had to leave Kemet to avoid Islamization. There are many unmistakable similarities here. Regardless, we are all connected. Like most African cultures, the Akan people venerate their ancestors, and they believe in a supreme deity that created the universe. They also believe in lesser deities and spirits. The Akans believe that the Kra is the soul from a person, and it is a divine gift from God. The Akan people also believe that death is a journey to the ancestral world, where the deceased will continue to reside with other members of their lineage.